this moment and you're watching my Q&A. I decided to do Q&A just because I thought that my viewers might be interested in who I am as a person and who's the person behind all the vlogs I've posted so far. So I went on Twitter and asked my followers to shoot me questions they've always wanted to ask me, and I picked out a few interesting ones which I'm going to answer in this video. I hope you enjoy, so let's get right into it. The first question I got was actually also the most frequently asked one, and it was a question why I actually started my YouTube, or why I decided to create a channel. I've started writing a blog in 2014, which is actually already 2 years ago. How insane. And I've always been a lot into writing, and I've always enjoyed putting my thoughts into words and like to express myself with words and kind of show my creativity with blog posts I've posted so far. But I just thought I would like to broaden my horizon and try out something completely different. And the first thing I thought about is, what content do I want to post, or what content is something I would like to watch. And then I thought about my hobbies and things I enjoy most, and I have to say that there are 3 things in life that I enjoy a lot, which is traveling, concerts, and basically fashion. And as my blog is already fashion related, I decided that I wanted to focus my videos on my channel on traveling, which is why I started doing travel vlogs back in September 2015. My first travel vlog was about my trip to London in September, and I enjoyed filming it so much, and I enjoyed editing the material so much, and the footage was amazing, and I just enjoyed doing it so much that I decided that I wanted to keep doing it. And that was basically the start to my YouTube channel. It's as easy as that. I won't promise that I will stick to travel vlogs. I mean, that is definitely gonna be my main focus, especially because I'm going to Manchester in a couple months. So I'm actually gonna live in Manchester for quite a while. This is basically another reason why I created the channel, because at first I just wanted to create those videos for myself and my family and friends, just to remember the good times we had, and to remember the places we went together, and just to remember the experiences we've had together, because I think a movie is something different to a picture, and I just enjoy watching such videos a lot. So I just thought, why not do it? And after it had turned out so great, I thought, why not put it on YouTube and see what others think of it? And people have liked it so far, so why not continue? So that is basically the reason why I created my YouTube channel. It's really not that much of a big story. The second question I got was what's most important for me, and that was a very personal question for me. I had to think about that a lot, and I came to the conclusion that basically the most important thing in my life are my friends and family, because they've always had my back and they've always supported me in whatever I've done so far. And I don't know, I just feel so supported and loved, and I feel so safe, and this is also something that is really highly important to me, to just feel loved and safe and in my environment, because there was a time when I was younger, I felt really insecure about literally everything concerning myself. I was a really self-conscious person, and I always struggled with finding friends and stuff, and it was really hard for me, and that is why cherish and appreciate my family and the friends I have so much, because they've helped me through this hard time, and I will never be able to repay them, because how am I supposed to do that? They basically gave me a purpose back then, and I'm really grateful for that. So yeah, my friends and family are the most important thing in my life. The third question, I had to laugh at this one because it was really cute. The third question was if I want to get married and have children. To be honest with you, I definitely want to get married, because I'm one of those emotional and sentimental people who love everything really cliche romantic, and there's nothing more cliche romantic than a wedding. But I have to say, I would only get married if I really thought the person I was going to marry is the one, because I wouldn't get married just because it's cool to wear a white dress and stuff, because I think if you get married you should be entirely and totally sure about what you're doing, because you're basically committing yourself to someone for the rest of your life, if you're lucky. And I wouldn't do that if I didn't love that person more than anything else. I think a wedding is just something so incredibly beautiful. It might be cheesy, but I don't really care, because I think when you love someone more than you love anything else in the entire world, then I think getting married is just such an amazing thing to do, because you officially commit yourself to each other in front of your family and friends, and I think that is just something so incredible and mind-blowing. So I definitely want to get married, and of course I'm obsessed with wedding dresses. I don't think there's anything more beautiful than a wedding dress. There's so many different types of wedding dresses, and I don't know, there's always the one that suits your personality perfectly, and I think finding that dress is a challenge, but once you've found it, it's just the most amazing thing, because it's just, that dress is only yours, and I think that's amazing, and that's why I would like to get married as well. I'm just obsessed with weddings. A cousin of mine got married 4 years ago in September, and as I bawled my eyes out. I was just an emotional mess. At weddings, I'm always the person who sits in the front row or the back row, depends on which wedding I'm invited at. And I'm always going to be the one holding 10,000 tissues in their hands, trying to stop the tears. I am such an emotional mess when it comes to weddings. I basically cry at literally everything. Embarrassing. The fourth question I got is also the first one, that is actually fashion related. And I got asked who my biggest fashion idol is, and this was definitely the hardest question for me to answer of all the questions I picked out, because it's so hard for me to tell who my biggest fashion idol is. Of course, I have a lot of people that I find inspiring in terms of their style and in terms of their sense for fashion, but there's not really someone I would call my fashion idol, because I think fashion is so much about creating a style for yourself, and fashion is about expressing yourself. It has always been that way for me. I get a lot of inspiration from other people. I have people I love whose style I love a lot, and who inspire me in terms of pieces of clothing and stuff, but there's not a person who I'd say I'd copy their style, because then I would be a copy, and I don't want to be the copy of someone else. I want to create a style myself. So I think my style and my fashion idol is just a mixture of a couple people. I absolutely adore Danielle Bernstein from We Were What, I love her style. She manages to always dress so elegantly, but also with that tiny hint of sexiness, and I think that is such a hard thing to do, and she manages it so well. So she's really inspiring in that sense for me. A second person whose style I really adore is Eleanor Calder. Her blog's The Trend Pair, and she's running it with her best friend Max, and I just love Eleanor's style and I actually can identify myself the most with her style because we dress quite similarly. Like, I sometimes even chuckle when I see her wearing something that I have in my closet as well, or something that is similar to something I own as well. That's always quite funny, and I just love her style. She also dresses so elegantly, but also manages to look casual. She's just an impressive young woman, and I just love her style. And a third person I really adore fashion-wise, and not only fashion-wise actually, is Emma Watson, because she's just such a sophisticated and intelligent person, and I think her style radiates exactly this. Like, whenever she's always dressed so appropriately wherever she goes, and I think that is also quite something that you can admire, because sometimes I find it difficult to dress appropriately. I sometimes show up to events a little bit overdressed, and I'm like, I should have taken it a bit easier on myself. But yeah, Emma Watson is also someone I really adore. Another question I got is, I was asked about my morning routine, and if you want to, I'm probably gonna answer this question in more detail in another video. Because if I started talking about my morning routine in detail, this video would never end, and nobody wants that, I think. I'm already rambling so much. But basically, I just need, in the morning, I'm absolutely not a morning person. Like, I need half an hour in the morning to just roll out of bed and force myself to use my feet and go to the bathroom. And I just do what everyone else does, I think. I wash my face, I brush my teeth, I put in my contact lenses, which I'm quite dependent of. I definitely wouldn't be able to survive without my contacts. And then I just dress myself, get ready, and put my makeup on. And in terms of my outfits, sometimes I prepare my outfits in advance the night before, but that happens very rarely. Most of the time I spontaneously decide what I want to wear. Depends on my mood and the weather outside. For me, that just works better than preparing my outfits, because sometimes I wake up in the morning and I don't like the outfit I prepared the night before anymore, and that just frustrates me, because then I have to pick out something else again, and yeah, just costs time. And then I eat my breakfast. I always try to really take my time for breakfast, because I think it's just the most important meal of the day, and I just can't start into the day without a proper breakfast. And it always varies what I have for breakfast. Sometimes it's just a smoothie, sometimes it's avocado toast with some cottage cheese, or I also love having a bowl of porridge with apples or other fruits, or applesauce. That's just what I like, or what I eat most of the time for breakfast. Another question I was asked was, what do you notice first in a person when you first meet a person? And I love that question, so thank you to the person who asked me that because yeah, what I notice first about a person is their eyes. Like when I first talk to someone, the first thing I look at are their eyes, because I think people's eyes tell so much about people's personalities, and I think it might sound cheesy, but I think eyes are the mirror to someone's soul. And sometimes I've met people whose eyes were so insanely deep, and I just felt like I was drowning in them, and because there was so much history and so much knowledge and so much intelligence lying in them, and I just find that really fascinating. Well, I just need that little spark and that little hint of life glowing in them, because I don't know, that's just what makes a person for me. Yeah, so the eyes are definitely something I look at first when I meet someone. The last question I'm gonna answer today is if I like All Time Low. That was a random question, but I wanted to answer it anyway because yes, I love All Time Low, and unfortunately I haven't seen them live yet, which I pity a lot, because as I love concerts, I just want to see every single one of my favorite bands live at least once. I've managed that with a couple of my favorite artists and bands, but not with everyone. All Time Low is one of them. My favorite album is Future Hearts, which is their most recent one, I think. And my favorite song is Missing You, and I also love Kids in the Dark. I just love jamming out to this song. I'm obsessed with it. That's the truth. So this is already the end of my first very rambly and very chatty video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like, just give the video a thumbs up and comment in the comment section below what you liked most or what you didn't like, and if you would like to see a morning routine of mine, and just do whatever all the other YouTubers always ask you to do once they've finished a video. Hopefully we'll see each other soon. Bye!